James Kaufman, World News Report today, July 30th, 2025. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had two sizable quakes off the Russian peninsula on that plate tectonic boundary since the 8.8 earthquake. Now, about 40 minutes after the 8.8 earthquake, we had this 6.9 magnitude earthquake, which some of the reporting agencies called out to be much larger than this. And then just a few moments ago, today, July 30th, 2025, we've had another large quake, and that's going to be this magnitude 6.4 earthquake at a default depth of 10 kilometers, again, which just happened today. There are no signs of this swarm letting up anytime soon. We'll zoom in and see what we have here. And we'll try to get rid of those two. Looks like over the last 24 hours, we've seen 126 earthquakes in this immediate area. Now we see two smaller ones here that have occurred in the last 1 hour period, and they're both in the 5 range, 5.7 and a 5.2. And let me correct that, 3 that have just occurred. Here's 8.4.5. The USGS only covers quakes that are 4.0 or higher that are not in the U.S., so there's a very good chance that we've seen a lot of smaller quakes, almost 100% chance that we've seen a lot of smaller quakes in this area as well. These 3 within the last hour, 6.9, called much stronger by several recording agencies about 40 minutes after the 8.8. And as indicated, we did have this 6.4 magnitude earthquake per the USGS pop off, just a short time ago. Let's get some details. All right, the 6.9 quake actually happened about an hour and a half after the 8.8. Here we can see the main source, USGS, 6.9 magnitude earthquake. We have a default depth of 10 kilometers. We have Raspberry Shake coming in at 6.5 and the French coming in at 6.0, both at the default depth. And let's get some additional details on that first quake. Now this one was right up abutting the 8.8, and you can see that they're saying that this was likely an aftershock of the 8.8, a 6.9 magnitude aftershock. Happened about an hour and a half after the 8.8, a very strong incident. Looking at some earthquake details, this was confirmed and manually revised to 6.9, default depth 10 kilometers, main reporting agency USGS. 21.1 atomic bombs worth of energy were released from that aftershock. Here is our shake map for the 6.9 aftershock. So we've had 2 very sizable aftershocks and several aftershocks coming in the 4 and 5 magnitude range since the 8.8, an ongoing swarm. Comparing earthquake data from the different recording agencies, we have a 6.9 USGS, 6.5 Raspberry Shake, all at the default depth, 6.05 the French, Germany came in 6.41. The Europeans came in at a 6.9. Now Germany has a depth of 30 kilometers and the Europeans have a depth of 20 kilometers. Australia came in at a 6.3, much weaker at a depth of 13 kilometers. And the Incorporated Research Institute for Seismology came in at 6.9. Default depth, they usually piggyback the USGS. Finally, the Italians came in at a 6.9, also default depth, and that's going to be another piggyback of the USGS. Now, the aftershock of the day today, the following day, is this magnitude 6.4 earthquake, right there in the same swarm, of course. And it looks like the USGS was the main source of data. Default depth of 10 kilometers. Germany came in at a 5.9. Raspberry Shake at a 6.5. Let's get some detailed information on this. Again, this happened about 2 hours ago. All right, about 2 hours ago, we had a very strong 6.4 magnitude earthquake. It's going to be right there in that same swarm. Let's get some details. All right, again, a 6.4 magnitude earthquake. Main source USGS. 3.8 atomic bombs worth of energy released from this earthquake as well. It is rocking and rolling over off the Russian peninsula. All right, comparing quake data from different reporting agencies. USGS came in at 6.4, 10 kilometers. We have Germany coming in at 5.91. It's going to be 25 kilometers of depth. We have Raspberry Shake coming in at a 6.5. Also at a default depth of 10 kilometers. The French coming in at a 5.8 default depth. We've got the Italians coming in at a 6.4. Piggybacking the USGS at 10 kilometer default depth. The Europeans coming in at a 6.4 as well, doing the same thing. And we have the Incorporated Research Institute for Seismology coming in also at a 6.4 at the default depth of 10 kilometers. Finally, the Australians come in at a 6.32, 13 kilometers of depth. So, in summary, we've had several large aftershocks after our 8.8 magnitude earthquake. All tsunami warnings have been canceled. We had this 6.4 just pop off about 2 hours ago. About an hour after the 8.8, we had this 6.9 pop off. And folks, this swarm looks like there's no stopping it. We're also seeing the volcanoes awaken there on the peninsula. We had one of them go into, a full volcanic eruption right after the 8.8 earthquake yesterday. That said, God bless. Stay safe out there. Please share, subscribe, and always remember that anything's possible in Bizarro World.